Hi, welcome to Reese Reads. I am Reese, where I channel messages from the divine, give energy updates, help you to live a fulfilled life, help you to trust more into your intuition as I have learned to trust mine. And you're going to know that this reading is for you if you've been on a healing journey, whether it's been intentional or divine intervention. That means God had to cause things to start shifting in your life to get your attention. You're going to know this is for you if you're in a current place of pausing, right? I'm seeing someone who has their foot in a new place, and then their one foot is in the new place, and then one foot is in the old place, and that signifies a transition, some form of transformation. It is the stillness, the quiet before you enter into something new. This could be a new job, new school, new energy, new whatever, new perspective. I'm hearing the word new, but Spirit is saying if you want the new, that there is something about needing to master yourself. I'm saying Eight of Pentacles in my mind's eye. Eight of Pentacles is about skill development and mastery. And ultimately, that was confirmed when I opened up my phone and it said, the motivation app, it says, no man is free who is not a master of himself. And you are not. That means that there is no sense of freedom if you have not mastered yourself, mastered the devotion to oneself, mastered understanding your emotions, what's happening in your body, your spirit, and energy. And one of the biggest misconceptions that we have about healing is that it is often garnered, or it's usually centered around other people. Clock that, right? We usually center our healing around people when God is saying, I need you to center yourself in your healing. It doesn't absolve the people who cause you or pain or cause you suffering. God said it doesn't absolve them from that, but what it does is that it sets you free to focus on what got you there. Okay, what led you to this place of grief or sadness or people pleasing or feeling like, you're not loved, or in these very transactional love type of situations. And interestingly enough, I wrote on my card today is the wisdom that God gave me in my own meditation. He said, the pause is just as important part of the process as the progression or the momentum. In fact, the pause is by far the most important part because it helps you to reflect on how far you've come. All right. We live in a time where everything is just so fast, quick pace, and you're always going, that you don't have the time to sit back and reflect on how far you've come from certain situations. These are people who have been on this healing journey for a while, reclaiming your power. And then this is even to celebrate those of you who have tapped into your healing journey, right? This is an opportunity for God to say, this pause is very important, whether it's a pause from a job, pause from a partner, pausing from a situation, thought process. God said that this is very important to you, for you at this particular time. And so, what energy am I tapping into right at this moment? Yeah, repressed emotions. I can't make this up. Repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. The pause is here. And the pause is usually there to show you where are the areas that you need to have compassion for yourself, patience within this process, and then also allow God to untangle what you can't untangle, what is unseen in this case. Okay, so you're heavy. If you've been feeling like you're in a pause point, I want to confirm that you are, and the benefits is making sure that you release suppressed emotions. I'm talking to someone who's been suppressing their emotions. You have been suppressing how you feel, repressed emotions. You've been through a lot but haven't had the time to fully process what you've been through, and it is something that's being revealed, some insight. There's a breakthrough that is meant to come through in this pause for you today. And so my prayer is that you take this moment to pause and think through and reflect on how far you've come and how far God wants to take you. This is the energy that I'm tapped into. 2 signifies alignment. You're getting ready to align to something else. 4 is a stability. So order for you to step into this aligned stability that God is bringing forth, it is imperative that you heal, pause, and thank God for the pause. I love you so much, and I hope this message resonates. Bye.